Hello, thank you for joining me. This is a tarot and oracle card reading for the week ahead, starting Sunday the 16th of Feb and going through to Saturday the 22nd of Feb. I thank you for those of you that have joined recently. I know I've had a few subscribers. Probably you've come over from the Full Moon in Leo article on Forever Conscious, so welcome. This is called Daily Tarot with Claire. It's weekly now just because of other work commitments, but it'll be a longer reading with different tarot cards and oracle cards, so hopefully there'll be enough for you to last you the week. I'm here with Poppy. Poppy's just sitting in her little chair there, for those of you that haven't seen Poppy. In fact, I saw on Facebook or somewhere the other day that John Travolta has got a dog exactly like Poppy. That made me very happy for some reason. Might be weirdly connected to John Travolta, I don't mind that. Okay, so let's see what cards are going to come out. Obviously, we did have our full moon last week. It was a really chaotic day for me. I did not have a minute to myself. I don't know how you felt. I know my yoga teacher said she was in tears a couple of times that day. It really did have a big effect, but we're the other side of that now. So let's see what cards come out to reflect that. Queen of Cups. She certainly does feel all the feels. So you may well have felt like you have encountered so many emotions. You are now the queen of all emotions, much like this lady here. I do love this queen. I feel she looks like she's looking out to sea, or is she looking at her cup? And you can see either side of that cup in the sort of black silhouette, there's two angels there. Now you may not know this, but in the Rider-Waite, this is the only cup that's got a lid on it. Is it a good thing to put a lid on emotions, or is it a bad thing? Do we know this Queen of Cups is completely letting everything go and letting everybody know how she feels when that lid comes off? Maybe you've had moments leading up to this point where you're aware that your emotions flowed freely, should we say, be that anger, excitement, upset, guilt, whatever it was. But I do feel the idea that a Queen of Cups comes to be a Queen of Cups because at some time in their life they have just let all those emotions out, and now they have kind of got a control of them. They can still use them, they can still be a very emotional person, but I think understanding our emotions and what our emotions are trying to tell us is one of the most important lessons that we can learn as a human being navigating this world. So, why do you get angry when someone else makes a mistake? It's not your mistake. Why are you angry? Why is it affecting you? Look into it. Why are there certain things that make you sad? I love the seagull out there. Well, we've got a little picture of a lady on a beach. I'm miles from the sea. I don't know why he's there. Anyway, but yeah, understanding our emotions is part and parcel of why that Queen of Cups comes up in our readings sometimes. So perhaps this week, it might be the idea of you looking to what's happened last week with that full moon and what you've learned about yourself and other people around you that maybe let you blow your own lid of emotions. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit of time to just reflect on what has happened this week as we move forward. Okay, let's have a look what else we've got. We've got the Six of Pentacles in this reading as well. I'm going to use the other pack of tarot. We're going to do a little trilogy of different tarot cards and see what else we've got as well as the Six of Pentacles. And the reason I said that, okay, that's interesting. So we've got Six of Pentacles, which is quite a grounded energy compared to the Queen of Cups. And then we've got the Eight of Cups. Oh, more emotions, more walking away from things. I feel this is a power shift, actually. I feel the Queen is stepping in because there's a maturity coming in with her that I feel a little bit of an aha moment, again, related to emotions. Why do I feel angry at that person? What's that telling? What's my intuition trying to tell me? Because actually the Queen of Cups is a very intuitive person. So maybe you really are tapping into your intuitive knowledge at this time. Don't forget, this is now the last full week of Mars retrograde, and Mars retrograde has been all about us stepping forward into our more authentic self. We've all done it at different times. Some of you might have felt it at the early part of the retrograde in December. Some of you might just be getting those really key details and missing parts of the jigsaw, that piecing it all together to make a lot more sense. What I'm loving about this Six of Pentacles lady here, I'm liking the empowering nature of this card. Now, generally, eights I would associate with empowering. We've got the 8 there. I feel that there's going to be an element here of, actually, I know that I'm very capable of surviving on my own. So if push come to shove and I had to walk away from something, I would be okay. And I think having that knowledge within us is a very, very powerful thing, okay? This lady has just left that cup behind. Now, actually, you don't see the 8 of Cups here. You can just see one disappearing under the water. What you can see, I don't think you can probably see it there, is just the sort of ripple effect of the other ones sinking, all right? So is that we're just, I realise that there's so many emotions around me as the Queen of Cups that aren't doing me any good. This is a collective message, so you'll all have a gap there, you know. I don't want to feel upset. I don't want to be made to feel worthless. You know, I want to feel in awe of something, or I want to feel fulfilled or happy, or in, you know, something. And I just think that this moment that we've obviously had recently has shifted us to think, well, actually, perhaps I should just take responsibility for myself and go and find those emotions. It's not up to other people to give us happiness, to give us closure, to give us that idea of being fulfilled. It's not, you know, we're not some king or queen sitting there going, right, come on then, impress us. We have to go and find those things ourselves by bringing some kind of meaning or love or enjoyment to our life. And if that's not happening for us, it really isn't for us to just sit there and expect other people to do it. So this is that kind of calling of taking that responsibility. What is it that you need to do? There's an element of being self-sufficient with that Six of Pentacles. And if we are walking off to who knows where, who knows what, we do need to be able to look after ourselves in some way. It's an interesting one. I'm going to pick an oracle card and see if we can shed a little bit more light into it. Obviously, walking away can be walking away from a job, a relationship, a home life, you know, moving home, moving locations. It could be, you know, more metaphorical, walking away from the drama of somebody else. Okay, that's interesting. We have the energy of the full moon here pulling down on us. Emotional support. You are not alone. Use the support around you. So yeah, that 8 of Cups card, the 6 of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, they're all featuring, you know, standalone women coping with life. Doesn't necessarily mean that you are alone. Your own journey is your own, but you don't have to be alone to do it. The emotional support can be from the universe. It can be from a stranger, it can be from a counsellor, it can be from a friend. It can be just that person, right place, right time. But the important thing there is you don't have to just wait for them to fall in your lap. You can ask for emotional support. So yes, we're talking about being self-sufficient, but we can be so self-sufficient that we can kind of self-sabotage, don't we? Do you need any help? No, I'm fine. We've all been that person, haven't we? I know I always say it, but the universe has got our back. But, you know, there's people around that have got our back too. And if you don't feel like that, then maybe you're around the wrong people. Who knows? Maybe that will be a very important message for you, someone, somewhere. Okay, I'm going to pick a animal oracle card now to see who we've got today. Oh, that's lovely. koi fish spirit. Had this a couple of times with some clients recently, and the message is there is always enough. That's very interesting with the Six of Pentacles, because as you can see with this lady, she's picking like a harvest, she's picking berries and stuff. The little birds are helping her picking berries from the trees, and they're putting it in that basket, which is just enough for her, isn't it? And sometimes in life we do have just enough of what we need. We may not have a surplus of money. We may not have, you know, everything we've ever wanted, but actually what we need right then, we have enough for. It might be to pay that bill, to pay that mortgage, or to get your shopping. But there is always enough. We do always manage somehow, because we do. You know, the koi is the animal in this card, because fish will only grow to the size of their surroundings. So if they're in a small pond, they'll only grow so much. If they then move to a bigger pond, they know that they can grow and that there'll be enough for everybody in that pond therefore. So they're all working together and finding a way to survive. I do think there's a really interesting bigger message for this koi spirit coming in here. The idea of lack really does hold us back. So it can be lack of anything. Fill the gap in for yourself. Lack of money, lack of time, lack of confidence. Whatever it is that you feel you lack is the one thing that kind of holds us from moving forwards. Is it true, or is it just a fear that you just feel and it stops you in your tracks? What I love about, again, having a fish as a spirit animal is they flow, don't they? They keep moving, they flow with the energy, they flow, just like our Queen of Cups and her emotions. I feel like this is another thing about not standing still. There's a movement that needs to be happening now, and we're being encouraged, and I think I said this last week, didn't I, to face our fears and step into this new energy that is clearly coming forwards to us as we're moving out of this retrograde for Mars. I mean, we're going to walk straight back into a retrograde for Venus coming up soon. And of course, we've got eclipse energy coming up. So there's big shifts happening. So go for it. Things are opening up for us. Things are exciting. And like the fish said, there's always enough. So don't worry. You will be okay. So I'm going to finish with an angel card, as I often do. They do like to have the last word sometimes, don't they? Right. Okay, we have Bethany. I know Bethany, and she is a lovely lady. When you take excellent care of yourself, everybody benefits. Give yourself a relaxing treat today, such as a massage, a sea salt bath, or a pedicure. That's nice. And actually, it's a slightly different message from everything else, but it does remind us that we are a human person with a body, and sometimes that body is expected to do so much while we're pushing towards our soul journey and doing all our shadow work and working with our emotions. Our emotions can take a huge toll on our body. Oh, and there's so many systems within our body that have to cope when we're really stressed out and really got a lot going on. And they do a great job, but we never kind of, in those quiet moments, go, well done you. So yeah, little nods of complimentary therapies there from Bethany. Which of course I couldn't ignore, could I? Another little plug for me business. I've even got me pillars there where people's feet go. So getting ready for tomorrow's clients. So I hope those messages have helped you. It's always nice to know how. So do leave a comment. I do eventually get around to replying to all of you, and it's great to speak to some new people as well. So thanks for all the comments that I've had over the last couple of weeks. I'll be back next week with another reading for you. So please do join me then. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.